Eagle Radio's Christmas Wish, in association with Thorpe Park Resort, where wishes can come true with the 2020 season pass.
Okay, we're now on to day 3 of our Christmas Wish. 2 more to come on Monday and Tuesday. So this is a letter received from John in Bisley and reads like this. John says, "This is for my amazing adopted dad, who means the world to me. He and my mum over the years have fostered many children and to this day are still in contact with them. I was their first adopted child, followed 3 years later by my now sister. He's always been involved with the church, and in 2008 he became a reverend in the parish of Bisley. Last year he was diagnosed with the cancer of the esophagus, to which he underwent chemo and radiotherapy. In the beginning of this year we had amazing news and was told it was gone. Which leads me," says John, "to this point, now that he has just been back for a checkup, and we've had the devastating news that it has come back. But because of his age, they feel that going through everything again would just put too much strain on his heart. And all they can do is to make him more comfortable and keep track of it. He's done so much for other people, and if I was ever allowed one wish for the rest of my life, it would be for him to have the recognition that he deserves." Well, actually, John can say a little bit more, because he's on the line this morning. Hi, John.
Good morning.
Bless you. Thank you for writing. Well, first of all, can we hear your dad's name? What's his name?
His name is Richard.
Richard. All
Richard,
right.
Yeah.
So we're talking about Richard today, and he sounds like, well, he just sounds like a really, really special guy.
I don't know what to say. You know, I mean, there's so many people out there that he's done so much for. But he never ever really wants anything back apart from just trying to help people. That's his thing.
So just to, I mean, you know, obviously to have the news at the beginning of the year where he'd been given the all clear, which must have been just a euphoric sort of time. That what a roller coaster that is.
Very much so. I mean, my son was over at the same time when they told us what was going on, and it was a bit of a family hug and a cry, and you know, just sort of trying to absorb everything that's just gone on.
Yeah. Can we just sort of, you know, what's the sort of thing? You know, I know we can't change everything, but what we might be able to do is just help a little bit, at least for something to look forward to here on the Christmas Wish. So what's the sort of thing that you think Richard might like?
Always been into his classical music, theatre, enjoys a good beer.
Well, you know, I mean, the theatre thing we're noting. So the bit. So he likes a real proper beer, doesn't he? That's what he likes.
Oh, definitely.
Well, and quite right too.
And any particular show, any musical or anything that you can think, John?
Absolutely loves Les Mis. Absolutely loves it.
All right.
Yeah, that's a biggie for him. He does enjoy that one.
All right. Now listen, John, thank you so much indeed for getting in touch. Now already know Breakfast Bev.
Yeah, we've heard from Cameron McIntosh's office, and they've offered tickets for Richard and his wife to see Les Mis Rob at the newly renovated Sondheim Theatre. They're going to take them backstage as well, meet the cast, have a look round. There'll be tour drinks as well.
So, I know other people have been listening to this in the community, and that includes our friends at Alf Turner and Sons, friends of Eagle Radio. Paul Turner's on the line. Morning, Paul.
Good morning, PG. Good morning, Bev.
Morning.
Now, you've heard about what's been going on this morning, Paul, and I know that you've decided you want to do something.
Yes, well, we've been listening to it, and it's a very inspiring sort of story for a guy that's been a wonderful guy throughout his life, and we put it to all the boys, and our one lady that works here, young Paula, and we've all just sort of gone through pockets and down the back of sofas, and we've put together 200 quid. And if you would like to use that towards Richard's experience, maybe travel and dinner out, we'd love to contribute that into your pot.
Really great.
That would be perfect.
Bless you, Paul, and happy Christmas to you and everyone at Alf Turner and Sons. Thanks so much for your involvement. We also did hear, didn't we, when we were speaking to John earlier, that our friend Richard, who we're going to phone after 8 to tell him all about this, he doesn't know about it, he likes a beer or two. And we have on the line from Hogsback Brewery, we have the owner, Rupert. Morning, sir.
Good morning, PG. Morning, Bev.
Morning.
Now, lovely to have you on, Rupert, and hello to everyone at Hogsback Brewery, of course, friends of Eagle Radio as well. Now, we understand there's a little idea you've got for Richard.
Well, I understand that Richard has always wanted a tour of the brewery, and so we're going to arrange a tour for him and a friend, and I hope I'll be able to go and meet him there and give him some personal insights into the business, and then, as a bit of a taster, a pack of the Hogfather, which contains one of all our beers.
Rupert, thank you so much for your generosity.
A pleasure.
And, happy Christmas to everyone at Hogsback Brewery. Let's see what happens here. Here we go.
Hello?
Hello, is that Richard?
Yes.
Hello, Richard. It's PG and Bev from Eagle Radio here. I just need to let you know, Richard, you're live on the radio this morning. I hope that's okay.
Yes.
Now, you don't know this, but we know quite a lot about you. Because,
oh, Lord.
Because we've been talking about you over the last hour or so here on the radio programme. But that's why John wrote to us. Because he wanted, Richard, for you to be actually given some recognition that you deserve, he says. And he's had a few little ideas. He told us. And here's Bev, who's going to tell you what we've sorted out for you to look forward to in the coming weeks. Here we go.
Morning, Richard. Well, John had told us that you were a big fan of Les Miserables. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes. Well, Cameron McIntosh's office have been in touch with us this morning, and they'd like to invite you, Richard, and your wife to see Les Miserables in the West End at the newly restored Sondheim Theatre. Not just that, they're inviting you to go backstage, to have a tour, to meet the cast and have a drink with them all too. In addition to that, Paul Turner of Alf Turner and Sons has very kindly this morning donated £200 for you to travel with your wife, first class, up to London and have something to eat as well. And then there's more, because John also mentioned that you've always fancied a tour of the Hogsback Brewery. Is that right?
Yes. He was going to arrange that once, but we never got round to it.
Ah, well, we've managed to help with that because Rupert's been in touch from the Hogsback Brewery and would like to invite you and John to go and have a tour of the brewery. He'll meet you personally, give you a little insight into what goes on there as well. And I think there'll be some beers for you to take away as well.
Gosh.
When we do this sort of thing, we get just a little bit of a window into people and what they're like. And there's no doubt about it, Richard. Clearly you are a top man, and you very much deserve this. And John was the one that started it all off, so if you want to blame someone, you can blame him. And
I shall kill him.
Hang on, man, hang on. Listen, Richard, you're more than welcome to this, and listen, you take care of yourself as much as you possibly can, and enjoy what we've got there on the Christmas Wish. And take care, Pan. Take care.
That's kind. Thank you very much indeed.
All right, mate. Take care. Bye. Bye-bye now.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
That's Richard's.